What's up, everybody? We're gonna do another hand review, and what's so special about today's ones? Yes, I call it special, my own damn self. What's so special about today's one is that it's gonna be heads up. I started playing more and more heads up. I started playing heads up to start tables. There weren't really any heads up tables yet. This is 2005, mind you. But you know, if there weren't enough tables to play, if there were only 3 tables open, especially because I played European time in the afternoon, I would sit at the table, wait for an opponent, and start playing heads up. When I started moving up from 1-2 to 4 to 3-6, it's definitely that moment where I thought I need to start battling, I need to create tables, and that's really when heads up started to really catch my attention. The first few heads up hands that we're going to see are also from November, so before that I would barely ever play heads up, ever. So it's really cool to see how I'm going to go through the first few hands. The first thing that we see here is that the button is actually inverted. That was old school PokerStars style. The button was inverted. This is kind of what it's like, that if a third person joins, the action doesn't have to kind of stop. The action can keep going. Somebody can come in on a button, which became a problem later because people would just play a button and leave and stuff. But as of this point, this was the way things were being played. I don't have a whole lot of hands of heads up. There's some smaller pots in there as well. There's some pots that are only like, 40 big blinds, but that's actually going to be interesting too, because you guys have asked me to also see the little bit of smaller pots, and that way we can, also look at some dodgy turn decisions, stuff where I was way too aggressive, way too tight, that sort of thing, even though I don't really think it's going to be way too tight. I don't think I really ever adjusted really well to this. I think people just raised a lot out of position, and people would just fold 10-8 offsuit and stuff. You're going to see, well, not in these because we're going to look at the big pots, but man, I think that the biggest sprinting money part was going heads up and just learning how to deal with it being in and out of position. I mean, you're out of position in this spot and you have the least invested. You should play so fucking tight from the small blind. A few later heads up specialists definitely got to see this, but as for now, this is the way it is. It's going to be very hard to get used to, or a little bit weird at the beginning. And one thing that's cool though is that we this is good for you guys to practice a triple threat on PokerStars. It's a 3-handed Zoom tournament, and at the end stages, it's non-Zoom 3-handed tables, so you're going to have to battle somebody heads up to get through the table. And at that point, it's also the same with the button, because that tournament actually needs to continue to 3-handed after. This was changed later on PokerStars. It's obviously very easy. I would definitely bet bigger here. Hands that this guy wants to call with are gonna, be like Queen Jack with a heart, that sort of thing, and even like if it has Ace-7 with a 7 of hearts, he give him way too good of a price. Calls, bet, shove. Wait, I shoved, right? Yeah, thank the fucking Lord. I don't think I can handle another value cutting myself. Working here with like some, semi-professional lighting over here. There you go. It's not really professional, but it's late. It's Sunday night, so I wanted to record one. And I just played a full Sunday session. I feel pretty good, though. Ace-10 of hearts. Oh, my lords. I definitely think that he could put a raise in here. It's fine to check. Like, you can slow play, but at this point, you should realize there's not enough money in the pot to just, like, keep slow playing it. I mean, unfortunately, though, not much he can do. Definitely need to call off the river. Look at this. Ah, fucking Ivy now, huh? This is fucking dodgy, man. So, I didn't do any filtering. I didn't take any out, any of the sets, any of the whatever, I just wanted to see all the hands. Like I said, this is the top 25 of heads up. Next week, we're going to move to 5-10 no limit. Probably going to take out some sets and stuff. I'll have a scout through the content to see what's what. There were some big pots in there. I'm really excited because after 5-10, we're going to look at the 10-20 and we're going to look at some tilt sessions, and it's going to get crazy. Anyway, so we got this. It's really good to just... Like, every checked big... This is so sick. Every time somebody limps a small blind, you get to check... You get to check your option, and you have position. Like, the big blind is so fucking powerful in this format. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna cut it, buddy. Oh! Wow, that's the full nuts, too. That's not even fucking half nuts. Alright, I like it. He's probably gonna call with 2 pairs, all that shit, so... What did he call with? Set of 3s, wow. That's actually kind of rough. Pretty bad turn raise, though. I mean, think about it this way, right? Even if I have a 10, what's gonna happen on a lot of rivers? Like, just name a few random rivers, right? A queen, an 8, the 7 of hearts, the king of hearts, an ace, that's all hands that is going to make it really tough for me to pay it off with one pair. So you want to start building a pot. This is like, it's not just because you want to protect your hand always, you also want to get value while the board is still safe for somebody that has a single pair, which is sometimes why you see people check raise the turn all in, because they're like, if I call the turn, there's so many draws at the river, he's probably not going to give me any action. But this is clearly the best possible fucking hand, and it's against the set. So, now that, ooh, you see, wow, okay, I actually like this. I like this. There's the fucking 5x from the small blind, no problem. I don't really understand this though. Guys, 50 big blinds. What are you doing? This is just really weird. I don't know. This is really weird. Sorry that I have been slacking on the last two videos, or last 3 videos. I'm sorry. It's been Scoop. Scoop is the craziest time of year, as a lot of you guys know. So during Scoop, I really couldn't deal with doing anything else than playing. I pretty much didn't respond to a single email. I didn't do anything. I just played poker for 12 hours a day for a little over 2 weeks straight. It wasn't a great Scoop for me, but, you know, I played really well. I'm very happy with the spots that we got ourselves into. But, yeah, it's... that's why I haven't been really getting back to the comments. I'm going to get back on the grind, though, no worries. I think it's really cool because, you know, a lot of these ideas came with you guys' input and the way they are structured and formed right now as well. So I'm definitely going to continue talking to you guys about that. This seems... Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know, maybe. Wow. All right click note. Yes, has balls of steel. Steel of spine, boys and girls. Steel of spine. Yeah, that's a pretty wacky all-in. You know, if you want to do shit like this, what we always say, if you want to do shit like this sometimes, be my fucking guest, but make sure you have, like, King Jack with a heart, or Ace, the 10 of hearts. Give the lad the 10 of hearts and do it. This is, wow. Yeah, that's not gonna fly, my friend. That is quite crazy. 48. Phenomenon, wow, I kind of remember that name. Alright, so pretty standard 3 bets. Call 5 doesn't really change anything. I don't really think 7-8 is going to raise out of position a lot. Call raises. I mean, it could. But I think that the thing that we mostly have to be worried about here is stuff like 9s. You know, Jack 9 suited is a possibility. 6s, that sort of thing. Jack 9, yeah. But, you know, we're always just going to go all the way. The 4 is absolutely inconsequential. There's no 2 pairs. There's barely any 2 pairs. There's some 6-5 suited for sure, but... There's barely any 2 pairs that get made on the turn and river. There's no real straight that completes. I mean, you know, a 10 completes 7-8, Queen 8, and King Queen. So that's a whole different story. This creates the least likely straight draw somebody has. I really think we should just jam it in here. I mean, I don't know. Queens. How the fuck does he not stack off? God damn it, man. I just feel like today... Watching this, I feel like today I have $200 less in my bank account because of this fucking hand. I really think, especially back then, if you look at the pre-flop action, I really think that's the same. Like, okay, so look at these hands, kind of compare it to being in a tournament or a cash game, and you just have the small blind. You have the small blind, and you have to play out of position post-flop. So this is the way you should look at that, this situation. So this situation can teach you actually a shitload when I think about it now. It can teach you a lot because this situation happens every day. You're going to be in position on a big blind versus a small blind that's out of position. How do you play? You know, you're going to have to limp a lot. You're going to have to limp a lot of strong hands. You're going to have to limp raise a lot so that people cannot really just constantly fucking pound you. But yeah, I would highly suggest not slow play hands like this. Because queens can be pretty tough to play out of position. I mean, there's going to be an ace or king on board a lot. And not only could you get outdrawn against an ace or king, or he could make you fold on an ace or king, also you might lose action if somebody has jacks or tens. So I highly suggest when you're out of position and you already put in the raising, you get 3-bet to just like make it 120 ball here and just go the whole way. I really feel like I'm keeping money in his pocket here though. What was my flop sizing? This is fine. That's absolutely fine. I think that here I can go a little bit bigger. What we talked about too, if you look at the planning of the hands, if I went $20 bigger, then the pot would have been 440, and he had to call 400 and 440. But small stuff, but yeah, still little things. Also gives me more protection, blah blah. But I really feel like I can just shove here. Do I really? Okay, ask yourself this. When all the draws miss and I have king, queen of hearts on that exact board, on this fucking board, if I have king, queen of hearts, do I really want to bet 200 on the river? No, I also want to pound it for 400. And that works marvelously for your bluffs. It works wonders for your good hands as well because you just get more value. There's just no fucking way we're beat there. If somebody could have played their set in a very sneaky way, but then again, like what, 8 of hearts comes, am I gonna shove the river? No. So, all right, interesting though, interesting, cool. So we're gonna really look at this. I'm actually pretty stoked because this situation. I think this is the next fucking hand, isn't it? Where is it? Half an hour later. This is it's so cool that these hands were half an hour between each other. This, I think, is actually a really useful situation for you guys to see. I think that this inverted button is a blessing in disguise because, like I said, you guys run into this situation every day. We don't get to talk a lot about how we're going to adjust the small blinds play in today's kind of poker style. And we do it in tournaments a lot, but, you know, we never dive into tournament hands unless from the highlight clips that you guys are going to see little snippets of strategy and stuff. But this is like hardcore small blind versus big blind play. It's kind of cool, so I can relate a lot to what I would do nowadays and how I would play these hands. And I don't know, guys. This is like the biggest training course online now, pretty much. It's gonna have like fucking 90 episodes or something. So I have something really cool planned for after this year, by the way. So that's gonna be pretty hype. You guys, after 2005, we're gonna do something really cool. Alright, so he check raises, bets, we're gonna call. I really like the fact that we call. You know, like, this is not one of those, like, I'm all in because I don't want to see the 10 of fucking clubs, you know? This is, if he does have a bluffing hand, we really need to give him some rope. Oof. Oh my god, I mean, it's heads up, he can't fucking fold. You just can't fucking fold, man. If you're folding here, then people are gonna eat you alive. But he has it, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. Nice fucking... Oh, shit, I didn't... Alright, we'll go back, guys. We're gonna do that again. Alright, there you go. You guys see me looking at really intense. Alright, so we have the 7. You can't... This is... Oh, my God, it's so nasty. You can't... check raise the flop. You can't fucking fold, though. But did I always have it or no? And no. Oh, my fucking God, he didn't have it. Great call. But yeah, don't really mind his play again. I do mind his play, actually. It's not really good to block a random ace because this is, I mean, we're kind of diving hardcore into strategy here, but it's, it's also fun because we're seeing the first heads up hands and everything. Look at this though. What is a lot of these hands that I'm gonna do this with? And then bet a board that's reasonably dry. Ace highs, right? Ace 10, ace queen, ace 5 suited, that sort of thing. That's why I say it's not really good to block an ace, because it lessens the chance of me having a hand that I'm just going to bet fold on the flop. So I think King 4 is a much better hand to do this with, to be honest with you, for those reasons. Because not blocking an ace is very important, because it gives you more fold equity on the flop. Anyway, yeah, also have a club, have a gutter, but have a club for sure. Or hearts. Hearts is really good to do it with too. Because... if you have a hand like Queen 8 of hearts here, that would be a really good hand to do it with. But yeah, all right. 12 min raise. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. Ooh, look at this! Oh my god, yes! Padawan. All right, that's a 6 ball, please. Yeah, 66 for a 6. God, do it nasty. No, that's not nasty. Am I gonna shove? 146. Oof, I don't think this is big enough. This is the kind of thing where Ace Jack might think, well, fuck it. You know? But fucking 185, man. Look at what that's nice. All the draws get there. God damn it. Ace 5. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. But who knows? On 185. I'd like to see him call it. I mean, he probably will. But I do think that this is too small. I do think it's too small. Again, doesn't really work for your bluffs. I like this. Limping pairs from the small blinds. Pretty good. You know why? Because people, when they have position on you, they're going to call you a lot. And playing under pairs is really fucking difficult when you don't make a set. So keep that in mind, you know? Like, don't look at 5s thinking, oh, I have a pair. and they make it 3 times the big blind, and they call, and 10-8, 10-8-4. That happens a lot. So I think that these hands are really good to have just calling. If somebody raises, there you go, you flat. This gives you a chance to play a mega fucking strong hand out of position. There you fucking go. Get at it, Joe DB. This gives you a chance to play a really strong hand out of position without ever having to be afraid to give up. Because you pretty much don't have to. 66. All right, I like it. Really like it. Look at the stack. What are we sweating? 6-9 is payday. Nice. All right. Spades were an asshole to me today, so I have very little love for spades right now. But, you know, can't. We have a lot of love for spades. I love you. All right. Yeah, so very good. Very interesting. It's very interesting for me to see this because I'm really curious to see how I adjust it. I really like that my kind of standard is to take aggression. We've seen it in the last few videos as well, where I just start playing a lot more aggro. Please call, don't raise though. Ooh, nice. Oh my god. I honestly don't think I can call on that out. God damn it. Somebody in the comments said, Lex, you're wrong a lot. Yes. But let it be fucking clear that people back then did some weird stuff. Alright, so, am I gonna be wrong here? I mean, this does really smell. Like, what does it smell like? You raise pre-flop. Would he do that with ace king? That'd be so silly. He would check the river with ace king. Oh god. I don't know, it feels fishy to me. Alright, well, I said it felt fishy. Fishy. Okay, so this guy decided to check all the flop. Oh, he bet the flop. Alright. This is so YOLO. Holy shit. Fucking hell. People... Alright, so a thing that really apparently was part of that time, the no equity bluffs, guys. Just... The no equity bluff means that you check raising without probably having an out. Check. Alright. How the fuck does this get to a pot? Wow. Alright, so nice little setup there. We can just go over that. So it's just for entertainment value. You see, like, these min raise out of position. That's why you should not do this in tournaments either. Don't min raise from small blind in tournaments and cash games. It doesn't do anything for you. And we just call, obviously. Bets, nice. I bet a lot. I bet these turns a lot. Yeah, that's just lucky. But, you know, we had a good hand. So did he. But, I mean, like, we got a pretty good price here on the turn. We got 2.7 to 1. I mean, we need a little more than 30%. But, you know, we make up for that because, like we always say, if we hit, we're going to get it all. I mean, you know, he most likely is not check raising flush draws, backdoor flush draws. He's probably betting them or check calling. So it's very unlikely somebody has a flush. So if you count, you know, if you look at this raise size and you just count 200 on top of the pot, then you have to call 70 to win 400, and that makes it a snap call. That's really, you know, obviously you can't always get paid on a hard. You're not gonna pay the full amount. So don't convince yourself that you can always call because you're gonna win it all. Because people always use something as an excuse, and then they're just gonna go all the way with it. So don't do that, because then you're just making a fool out of yourself and you're just lying to yourself. What's really interesting to me is that we're kind of in a transitioning period. I think that we're seeing a lot of grinding, moving up in the stakes, which is really cool to see. We're definitely climbing. I mean, we're playing 3-6 heads up now. At the start of this year, we're still limping ace-jack offsuit in the cutoff on 1-2, you know, so definitely a lot of improvement over the year. And I think that from this point, we're going to get to the six stages too. 2006 is going to be a fucking monster year. Absolutely monster. Alright, ace king. I honestly think that you can make it bigger out of position. There's no antes though, that's a big difference, so no antes makes a big difference. So many turn raises, don't you guys think? Oh god. Oh God. Yeah, that can't be good. He got there on the river though. What the hell? Jesus. Everybody's so fucking gangster back then. Everybody's just playing some sick hands. What the hell? How can I put him on that hand? And what? I must be so mad after this hand. But I really don't like that river call though. I have to be honest. This is on the flop. You're like, you see this flop. You're like, oh, and you bet, and he calls. And like, And you're like, okay, well, cool. We still have a really good hand. Bet. God fucking damn it! Please put a club or a king, and then you call, and it's like, motherfucker, and then and then you turn into the payoff wizard. So, not too excited about this hand, but you know, stuff gets really marginal heads up. All right, and while we're talking about marginal heads up hands, let's raise Jack 9 offsuit out of position. It's a thing. It's a thing. 60. I like the sizing here. Am I gonna jam or flat? Ooh, we're really deep, but I think I should jam. Also because, like, let's say this guy is a set of 10s. River, queen of hearts. GG action. Also, ask yourself this, guys. Ask yourself this. If the river is the deuce of spades, right? The river is the deuce of spades. Pot is 400, and I check, and he shoves. Am I calling? Yes. So, what am I really doing? I'm not losing less against the flush by flatting here. Are there any bluffs in his range? Yeah, I don't think so. I think this guy just fucking has something. I don't care if he has a set or 2 pair. I guess this is something to say that if he does have a flush, you lose only 270 or something, but... Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, let me take a sip of water. I need to recover from this. Alright, so... You know how everybody in the comments keeps saying, I wish I had a time machine, I wish I could go back to these days? Yeah? I don't think we would have won. We would have just folded everything. We would have just folded everything. I mean, I'm not saying that I would fold here because obviously, you know, I was talking about just going with it or whatever, but... I mean, every time I give people credit for a way stronger hand than I actually have, people play so loose. It's so funny because you see such a discrepancy between the lower stakes and the higher stakes. When we look at the first videos that we did for these old school series, you just see that we played so much more tight. Everybody was playing tight, but it's also lower stakes. But here, everybody's just fucking firing, man. And how do I get this guy heads up? I don't know. He looks a little bit familiar, so I don't want to trash a regular, but... You guys are like, why would you trash a recreational? I'm not. But he probably is not watching YouTube. All you guys are good. That's fucking nuts. Jesus Christ. Because, like I said, these weren't any heads-up tables, so how do we keep having these hands heads-up? Oh, look at you! Raising pocket pairs now, huh? Like a big old boy. Oh, this is against the same guy. Let's look this up. 5-3, Ace, King, Jack, 9. These hands are 4 minutes apart. So this guy is heavily on tilt. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff now, but I definitely think you can just go all in here, to be honest. Out of position, pocket pair. I mean, if it was a tournament, I'd fucking shove. It's a lot of big blinds. That's fair. But $7 is coming. Oh, okay, yeah. Yay. Yo, in case you don't have an ace, I'm gonna push you off your hand right here. Oh, you have an ace. That's fucking grand. Nice hand, man. Don't put a fucking diamond. Nice. Oh, you have an ace. All right, let's go then. I mean, you can definitely do this sometime, but it's a little bit strong. A little bit strong. What I do like about the situation is that we're just going all in. And I do think that that's pretty good because if we have Jack 8 of diamonds or Jack 9 of diamonds, Queen Jack of diamonds, we're doing the exact same thing. It's very important to just like stick to the same sizing. I mean, you're not going to make it 140 or 150 or 160 with Queen Jack of diamonds. You're just ramming it in, right? Interesting. So we win a big pot there. Aha. So that was it for Mr. Slim. So this hand, let's do a little marker again. The fuck, dude? All right, this is the start of December. Start of December. 6 of diamonds. Yeah, why not? Ace high can be good too. We call. He bets the turn. We call again. Ooh, look at you. I like it. Yeah. Oh, all right. We're fucked. Do I just... I peel. I love it. I love it, man. I love it when I see hands where I tilt. Oh, shit. Yeah. Whoa, gotta go for it now. We actually do, though. Set of deuces. Yeah, this is... All right, let's look at the numbers here. I mean, honestly, I think that ace6 of diamonds is the wrong hand to do this with, because like I said, on the flop we have ace high. If he bets and we call and the river is a 5 and he checks, he could have king jack. Why not? He can have king jack, jack 9, 8, 9, all that shit. Lower diamond draws that don't have pairs. So, you know, I think it's a little better to do this when you have 9, 8 of diamonds, because then you kind of need a different route to also win the pot in case you miss or something. So, we get 4 to 1. There's a chance we're dead, but most of the time he's going to have a 10, right? Most of the time he's going to have a 10. So we have 9 outs. Yeah, we have exactly 4 to 1. We get exactly 4 to 1. I think you can negate the fact that we could be dead against his 100, but there's some diamonds that aren't going to be good, right? If he has queen 10 and the queen of diamonds is no good. He could also just have a boat already with pocket 3s, pocket deuces. I mean, quads... seems unlikely. I think he would just call 10 deuce, 10 3. Why the fuck not? I mean, we're seeing anything. You know, why not those hands? So, honestly, I think that we should fold against this raise. Even though we get exactly the odds that we have to hit a backdoor flush. I mean, you know, some diamonds aren't good. What do we do if the river is a 5, non-diamond, and he shoves? Do we fold? What if he has king jack or hard diamonds? Man, tough spot. Tough spots, but I really feel like we're kind of getting sucked into it here. Yeah. What the hell is going on? Alright, I will say one thing. Before you judge me. There's 2 pieces of information that are important. This hand. Look at this. Hand number 1. Wait, hand number 1. A6 of diamonds. Hand number 2. 8:58 a.m. 9 a.m. Alright. 2 minutes apart. So these 2 hands were exactly after each other. Or this is one hand over. Now, before you judge me, let me explain something to you. It used to be on PokerStars, if you went all in, you could reload on the table because the table thought that you had no chips on the table. So by going all in, now you could go to your cashier, add on 600. If the opponent folds, you would have 1200 on the table. This is a thing that people would do a lot to try and get big stacks. People would do this small to big blind. There's some crazy hands. I'm 100% sure it's not going to be the last time we see this. So that's why I do it. Because I want to get deep with the guy. Was it also a little bit of tilt? Maybe. Maybe. Is it a good hand to do it with? I'd rather have an ace. I would say I'd rather have an ace or something like king 10. I mean, this hand's going to have 40% against ace king, but... Oh, fucking Christ. Kings, no way, dude. Oh my god. Do it. Do it. No, damn it, never lucky. Yeah, this is interesting. I can 100% guarantee you that this has to be with the reload trick, but actually, maybe not. I'm not sure if I did that already back then. I have to be honest to myself here too. I honestly think that this is just a gigantic fucking tilt. Oh my god. This guy's sitting with kings. Alright, great stuff, great stuff. Young Lex. This is the same day, isn't it? This is the same fucking day. How is it still playing, man? How did I still have money? Look at this, though. Look at the comeback. Oh, shit. Alright, yeah, we were very chill. Very chill that day. God, I wish I could see the chat on the table. Actually, I don't, because that would probably get me in trouble. Probably good hand to check call, but okay. Alright. Okay, cool. Well, you know, that gets rid of the tilt a little bit here and there, you know. Nice, you see? So now we see hand that gets folded on the river too. That's kind of nice. Sure, you can raise this in position. You can also check it. Both are fine. 12, he's going to make it like 40. No. Oh my god. Every time somebody just does me the biggest favor by just leading into me. It's so nice. It's so nice. The Iceman. The fuck? How does somebody have kings there? What the fuck is this shit, man? 12. Min raise. Call. 18. 54. Call. He did that really nicely, though. This I don't get. He should check raise all in here. Yeah, this is just a cooler. Just a cooler. Standards. What we like to say, right? God. I'm gonna go back. See if I can find it real quick. Oh, wow. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. We got debated. Oh, well. If you're ever gonna... Okay. Man, the spade really fucks us, I think. I think that when you're playing this hand, you're really happy and you think, oh, good, a spade. Now I can make him fold. But is it really true? What are we trying to represent here at 10? What is he gonna call here with a lot? Like stuff that can beat a 10, possibly on a certain river? I think this is a terrible river to bluff. Yeah. Fuck you, dude. God, makes me so fucking mad. I remember playing. We told about this in some of the other videos, right? Seeing the purple chips for the first time. All right, I don't mind it, but I honestly think that it's a really bad river to bet. He's fucking. What is this? This guy trying to get an Xbox achievement or something? You have to make 3 bad leads in a row. Okay, let me try. You got 30G. What did you? Him and his friend are sitting behind a computer. Do you have a plan? Yeah. I'm just gonna block bet it all the way. There. Oh, it didn't work. Oh fuck. Oh yeah. Oh fuck, it didn't work. All right, let me try again. Oh, yeah. Oh no, it didn't work. All right, I got a call now. God. These fucking hands. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. What are we seeing? I like this. Honestly, if somebody raises a small blind in the tournament, guys, you have 6-8 offsuit. Call that. Ooh, I like a bet there, though. I like a bet there. Oh. Oof, you dead, son. How can you have straight? I have 2 of them. This guy was on the turn. I respect his play. I respect his turn play. Oh, he calls. Alright, I don't. No, I do. It's fine. That's actually, yeah, I can dig it. I can dig his line for sure. I think he should bet a little bit smaller, though. It's like... He really has a lot of 6s in his range there, but he had 2 of them. Check, check. Bet. Call. Bet. 72. 60. Oh my god, you're so cute. 36. I'm all in. Oh my god damn it. This guy clearly has like a 2-pair hand. Clearly has 2-pair. Is it straight? Yeah, even better. See? He has 2-pair plus. It's so clear. He's like, He gets raised, he calls. River is the safest card in the world. Like, the most safe card ever. And then he's like, oh, you know, what does this bet tell us? Oh, I can't really let it go. Check, check. My hand is a little bit too strong for that. What does that tell us? It's too small to be a bluff. I mean, anyway, fuck it. If he has a bluff, he's going to fold anything anyway. So, how do we play against his good hands? He's clearly telling us he has 2-pair or better. Get the fucking money. This is... I don't like this at all. Like, if you look at all those spots where we really identify correctly that somebody has a really strong hand and we would just shove... We've done 4 times pot all-ins that I really liked in the last few videos, but I really think that it's so important that you don't undercut yourself, you know? You can't just think, well, he bet... What did he bet? He bet 36? He bet 36 for making a big... No. He bets 36 and 150. Look at this shit. They're 192 in here. If you shove, it's a pot-sized bet. If you shove, he has to call pots, so it's definitely good sizing. Anyway, it's fine. However you want. So that was a big setup, though. So he raised, we called in position. Goods. Call 1. I love this. I really like this. I really think that's important that you do that as well in tournaments because you have an ace high that could be good and you have the running hearts and the running straight draw. So if you're ever gonna do this, then do it like this. And time to get out. Nope. Yeah, okay, never gonna fold. No, thank you very much for donation. Terrible, terrible, terrible bluff. This. I shit my pants when people bet this turn after they bet the flop. Queen 10 gets there. 10-7 gets there. Pairs are still live, obviously. A lot of 9s get made as well. Queen 9, 9-7, 10-9. They all make a pair. It's just atrocious. And then we raise. Even if he's bluffing, he's going to do it with a 10 or something that he's just going to call with this. And then we just really get drowned into a bluff here. Like, what are we trying to make fold here? Jack? Come on, man. This is so fucking terrible. This is what you call drown in a bluff. Also, stack sizes just don't correlate. If you want to go absolutely fucking crazy, do it with a queen. Do it with a 10 here, you know. Something like that. A 9 is a pretty good card to do it with as well, I think. Because you block a lot of strong 2-pair combinations. You can put a lot of pressure on an 8. Like, if he's deeper, you just make it 90 here. 90, he calls. You just bomb it for 300 on the river. Good luck fucking calling with your jack for 300 on the river, you know. So, yeah. This is just like a fantasy bluff. What, are we near our birthday yet? I would always go broke on my birthday. It's no joke. I would always go broke on my birthday. Oh. This is Dan Smith? Are you... Wait. Wait. Or King Dan. No, that was his full tilt name. Wait, let me just check this real quick. Wait. Dan Smith, poker. Online name. This is Dan Smith! That is fucking hilarious. I think one of the most fun guys to follow in the high roller scene. Alright, that's hilarious. He plays all the 100Ks and all that stuff now. That's really awesome. Really good online player. We're just trying to get some value from ace high here. Check raise, slightly debatable. It's a dry board though. I guess you can peel one off, but it feels pretty exploitative to just bet the turn and then fold to a check raise though, so. Oh. This is when you hear the HBO sound. Danny trying to take a little bit advantage of us. Oh my god, dude, that's so fucking hilarious. I saw the name, I was like, wait. I mean, of course, you can go a lot of ways with that name, but shout out to Dan Smith. Dan Smith Holla. He's really fun to follow. You guys check him out on Twitter and stuff. Dan Smith Holla. He's very funny. Tweets, very open guy, does a lot for charity. I really think he's one of the good guys. Easy to root for. Easy to root for. Alright, guys. Moment Supreme. Last hand of 3-6. This is the day before my birthday. Maybe I punted it off at higher stakes. Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that sizing? Just a hundo. D-William. He's also like a regular. We saw him in other video as well. Check. I don't think he was pretty tight. I don't think you can call here. Obviously I did though. Yeah, he was pretty tight. Nice, very nice dude, but he wasn't the most creative. He definitely banged out a lot of hours, made money and stuff, but you know, like, this hand is really good. This card is really good for me, so you got to consider that. If he leads into that, that's strong. He's really just hoping that you river a king with ace king or king queen. Yeah, I think you just gotta... Well, you know, you never know. Like, we might have had history. Maybe he wasn't as tight as I think, or... I mean, he's definitely a good player, don't get me wrong. That's fucking funny, man. Dan fucking Smith. Ha! Alright. Alright, I think that's about it, boys and girls. I think that's about it. Nice little 40-minute video this time. So we saw a little bit of heads-up action this time. Hope you guys enjoyed that. There's going to be a ton of heads-up in the future. As you see, spots are going to get way more marginal in these. So what we're going to do next time is we're going to look at the... We're going to have 2 videos of 5-10. That's our first experiences playing 5-10. Maybe 1. I'll see how many hands I have that don't contain sets and shit, because I don't want to have too many of those. I really think that the hands increased in pleasurability to watch. as soon as we took the sets out. So we should definitely stick with that plan. Thank you guys for notifying that in the comments as well. So we're gonna go over the 5-10 hands, and then we're gonna have some tilt hands, and we're gonna have the first PLO hands that we played ever, and they're also from 5-10. So that is absolutely crazy. I don't think at the time I realized that that's the highest stakes that I played, because 5-10 PLO is like 15-30 hold'em swings or 20-40. So it's kind of crazy. Really fun to see as well. I think that we can learn a lot from this, just also by the invert button, and see how his strategy works when you're out of position, small blind to big blind. Really cool to see some legend in this one as well. Again, please like the video down there, and also click the subscribe button. The subscribers have been going up nice and easy. It's really motivating for me. That's why I can go after a Sunday stream of like 9 hours playing high stakes tournaments. That's why I still feel like making these, because I really like looking back at it. You guys give me really good feedback on it. Thank you also for the constructive criticism. We're going to keep that in mind. Like I said, I'm going to get back on the comment grind as well. Yeah, thank you, YouTube. I'll see you guys next time. And thank you for really supporting the series so much, because to me, it has a special place in my heart, and we're going to go all the way with this one. Peace out. Shout out to you guys. See you next time.